In a 2013 Good Morning America Hot List segment, Juju Chang sat down with teenage girls to talk about the newest body craze, the thigh gap. Starting on the runway, this dangerous standard was spreading through social media sites like Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. The girls in the video all knew someone that was obsessed with having the perfect thigh gap and taking almost dangerous risks to have one. The constant reminders, both in their day-to-day lives and on social media, often made these girls feel like they weren't good enough or pretty enough. The way that we talk about women's bodies and the standards that women feel like they have to live up to are problematic, but can be remedied if and when society changes the way that we talk about women's bodies. Now, rewriting centuries of objectification will be difficult, but it's possible, and it begins with people like me and you. The first step is changing our expectations of women's bodies. The prevalence of the skinny body type creates an availability cascade, which Wikipedia defines as a self-reinforcing cycle that explains the development of certain kinds of collective beliefs. The popularity of images of skinny women online and in the media enforce the idea that this is the only acceptable body type when it's not. Realizing this is the first step. These body expectations are often spread to the rest of the world through gossip and social media, and changing this is the second step. My original survey of 36 college students found that 81% of those surveyed talked about other people's looks at least once a week or more. And 80% of the respondents talked about female bodies more than male bodies. Gossiping or simply talking about the way that someone looks, good or bad, fat or skinny, is unnecessary and can be damaging even with the best intentions. The other half of this issue is social media. A 2014 study published in Transitional Behavioral Medicine conducted by Chow, Preston, and Kunat found that in a 60-day period, the words fat, overweight, and obese were used 2.2 million times. That breaks down to 36,000 posts per day, which is 36,000 posts too many. When we stop spreading one particular body type in person or online by shaming those who don't have it, we start to have a more compassionate society, and changing the way that we talk or ceasing to talk altogether about the way that women look is the second step and will only change things for the better. It's not only gossip and social media that spread these unrealistic expectations. Hollywood feeds into these ideals as well, but we can change that too. Changing the way that women are represented in the media is the third step. The entertainment industry has to listen to us because we fund it. One way to make this change is to support more projects that cast women with atypical bodies in nuanced roles. Some actresses are doing this already, creating projects for themselves when typical Hollywood roles rejected them. Girls, written by and starring Lena Dunham, The Mindy Project, written by and starring Mindy Kaling, Inside Amy Schumer, written by and starring Amy Schumer, are just a few examples of this. But there are not enough, and creating more is the third step. One of the most important changes that will carry through all levels of society is changing the way that we think about and critique women in the media. I call women like Lena Dunham and Amy Schumer atypical, but these women should not be considered atypical by normal beauty standards. A University of Texas at Austin website about body image defines the average size of the American woman as size 14, and all of these women fall below that, but they feel that they have to justify and make jokes about how they look compared to their more typical looking friends. When Lena Dunham took the stage with close friend Taylor Swift, she told the audience at a Film Society of Lincoln Center conversation that she felt, quote, small and chubby. In a similar situation, when Amy Schumer was on The Daily Show, she talked about looking more like Jennifer Lawrence's coach than her friend while on vacation together. They are completely normal-sized women and don't deserve to feel pressured to look a certain way or act a certain way because of how they look, just because plus-sized in Hollywood starts at size 2. The way that we talk about women's bodies and the standards that women feel like they have to live up to are problematic. The beauty ideals created by Hollywood and perpetuated by social media are problematic, but these things can change. It will take time and effort, but it's possible.